Have you ever heard of a human body becoming so lethal that just being near it could knock an entire room unconscious? In one of the most bizarre medical mysteries in history, a woman named Gloria Ramirez was rushed to a Florida-bordering hospital emergency room in a state of total crisis. As doctors fought to save her life, they noticed a strange, oily sheen covering her skin and a sharp, garlic-like odor rising from her pores. The situation turned into a nightmare when a nurse drew Gloria's blood and noticed strange, man-made crystals floating inside the syringe. Moments later, the medical staff began to drop like flies, fainting and seizing right there on the hospital floor. Panic erupted as the hospital realized that Gloria's very body was emitting a toxic gas that was bypassing standard medical masks and soaking into their clothes. To deal with the invisible poison, the hospital had to call in a specialized moonsuit team, dressed in thick, chemical-resistant fabrics from head to toe. These emergency workers looked more like astronauts than doctors, using heavy-duty industrial materials to isolate the body from the rest of the world. Every piece of cloth and medical gauze that touched her had to be treated as a high-level biohazard and sealed in airtight containers. Even more disturbing was the theory that Gloria had been using a specific industrial solvent as a home remedy, which reacted inside her body to create a deadly gas. This gas was so potent that it didn't just linger in the air. It bonded to the fibers of the doctor's scrubs, causing long-term health damage to the nurses involved. The investigation focused heavily on how the chemical compounds interacted with the fabrics and plastics used in the ER that night. To this day, the case remains a terrifying example of how the human body can transform into a biological weapon under the right chemical conditions. The image of doctors in hazmat suits made of specialized fabrics trying to operate on a toxic patient remains one of the most chilling sights in medical history. It serves as a grim reminder that sometimes, even the strongest protective gear isn't enough to shield us from the unknown. If this medical mystery left you feeling a bit uneasy and you want to see more bizarre real-life cases, make sure to subscribe to the channel and leave a like. Comment down below if you already remembered the story of the toxic lady or if this is the first time you've heard this medical horror, and I'll see you next time.